They're just a stepping stone to game number 4, Drakos.
That's true. And you know what I've always thought to myself? I've thought that Scuttle Crab looks delicious. Don't you think, Kanavi? Hey, Kanavi, play Wukong. Go for a Scuttle Crab. I think that would be a great call, analytically.
Last time, when G2 needed you most, you invoked the dark magic. And you caused...
There has never been a better jungler than Kanavi.
To dive into the tower.
It starts with Kanavi.
Now. Yeah, can you get Kanavi to act like Tien?
I don't think there is a caster curse in this world strong enough, but I could be wrong. We'll have to find out. G2, we're going to need to see a massive step up in level of performance across the board. They have been good moments, but there have been few and far between where it has been enough to outmatch HLE. And now as we see Bard locked in for Delight, we'll see how G2 responds.
Yeah, and Bard is by far Delight's most played champion. This is looking good for them. Ezreal, Karma, though, locked in preemptively. You're kind of expecting like a Caitlyn Bard combination to come out here for HLE, but we'll see if they want to throw any wrinkles. I have been pleasantly surprised with a lot of the flexibility that we have seen thus far in this fairly short series, but there's no reason for them to flex anything else. It's the good old true Caitlyn Bard. You get your stasis into trap combinations or your cosmic bind. Oh my goodness, there's no pure meta here. And Cassio is still up, so they could slam a Cassio into it. I mean, they are facing the Ezreal Karma poke, so maybe they don't want to do it early. They just hover first instead, and they're not going to jump on that one, in fact, and go with the Naafiri instead, so...
And Naafiri is such an annoying jungler, especially when your lanes are already set up to be strong. And just the freedom she has to walk in and walk out of your jungle with the power, that call of the pack, that intangibility, it's infuriating.
Well, I was going to say, even if you try and use your dark magic of making the jungler tower dive for a Scuttle Crab, Naafiri is the best tower diving jungler there is. Yeah, she just go.
She just gets
untargetable anyway.
She just picks up the kids and walks out.
That's 5-head here from Kanavi.
Good. He's avoided the dark magic. I've been taken into account, Kobe. I feel so honored.
Yeah, he's able to dodge you.
Okay, so Wukong here, obviously fantastic team fighting pick. The armor as well from that Stone Skin passive, getting double value from the Caitlyn as well as the Naafiri. But it might need a bit of time. And one thing we heard the devs talk about was wanting that individual agency, especially for the G2 bottom lane, something Hans had brought up before. This 2v2, not a ton of agency in terms of CC playmaking, but if they play it clean enough, if they play it well enough, it is certainly powerful.
Yeah, I mean, you have to hit your poke damage with Ezreal Karma. That is literally the whole script. You have to hit your poke, and then things will go well. I like this ban, though. Again, whenever we see the Wukong, we are always talking about, are you going to let through the any combination for the guaranteed engage? HLE playing by the book here. Nice ban from them. Take that away. Don't give the playmaking 2 caps to G2 that they want. Meanwhile, similar bans here for G2. Second round, the Akali and the Victor both off the table again.
Yep. And really just respect bans to Zeka. Akali kind of the old school comfort pick. Victor, the modern, more refined Zeka, the broader champion pool. Because what is the final ban going to be here from HLE? Tricky thing. Of course, last pick is going to go to G2 on the red side here, so can counterpick the top lane if they want.
making it so deep here. So they really are trying to use, like, somebody's got a good Cassio answer counter here prepped.
Well, we can feel pretty confident, again, if we kind of reverse engineer that first game pick ban phase where we saw the rel ban, that these two teams have scrimmed against each other.
Let's see what it is. So this is what I've been waiting for. You know, they're hovering, they're giving you a little taunting, and now the Cassio does get locked in. So what is it, Zeka? I mean, you do have, Bard already. Caitlyn Bard from your bottom lane already is, like, kind of good because you have some range, and you have the Bard ultimate, of course, to try and pressure the Cassio, but what is the actual Zeka pick going to be? Delay us a little bit longer as we get the standard Rumble here.
Blind Rumble obviously pairs nicely with the long range of the Bard. Nice to have that AoE slow to kick team fights off. From the Equalizer.
They really do need some more CC, I feel like, here for HLE to bring it all together. There it is. So we're going to do this again. People were very critical when Caps did this. People were very, very critical.
It did not look good.
Because Cream hit all of his Noxious Blasts, and they also critically We're roaming
Okay.
mid with jungle and support right behind him. So we're going to get that Twisted Fate top answer again into the Rumble. People also have been critical when this does not work out. And the on-hit Twisted Fate does not work out. That can be a magnet for flame as well. But I have to say, the LeBlanc, if you can play it with pressure here, and again, jungle and support determine so much of mid lane matchups nowadays that we're going to have to incorporate it. It's not just the 1v1, it is the 3v3 mid.
That it is. G2 can weather the storm in the early game, which is easier said than done. Maybe the gold card on LeBlanc in later points, but you can see what happens if HLE get ahead. The poke from this LeBlanc, the Naafiri follow-up.
And again, it's so much about how you can play around it, because the LeBlanc needs more to be able to play off of her threat. If you're going in and you have your support hovering behind you as the Cassio, it gives you the confidence. You can stand your ground, you hit your Noxious Blast, you Twin Fang, you punish them on the way out, you throw your Miasma, and so she can't escape. But if your LeBlanc has the early visitors on her side, you can set up the ganks. You go in, you land the chain, you make sure you're going to get the setup for the people ganking for you as well. You try and turn this matchup, try and leverage it. It is dangerous. It is volatile. So let's see. And here we go. This is what we were talking about in the previous game. Send your mid laner down bottom to try and get the priority here. And it remains true with the Caitlyn Bard lane. Going to need this too. So Zeka does come down for that level 1. They sweep. They use it as bait. Delight going to wrap around. Here it comes.
Has all this extra movement speed as well as the level 1. The passive on top of the Q. Whiffs the Q. Nice sidestep from Labrov. Hansama winning the trade with Guma as well. So Labrov down in HP overall, but with the lethal tempo fully stacked, G2 do a fantastic job of getting value there, and now it's caps. This is a bit bold.
Yo, Labrov has moves, man. That was going to be scary. I was wondering, too, if Zeka was going to early flash, but he didn't want to use his summoner spell for bottom lane.
Oh, exhaust going down, though. As good as that initial trade was, Hans taking a big chunk there.
But yeah, because Zeka does not want to use his flash, the early flash with his chain. And then Labrov is able to sidestep there on Delight, so it does not get the Cosmic Binding into the wall. They do escape, and honestly, they were fine afterwards. So Zeka having to walk back to lane now. Another Noxious Blast does land from Caps. Good start for him.
Some poke landing here in the bottom lane, but some of these Mystic Shots also going wide means Delight and Guma having a decent time matching here.
Okay, on the level 2 spike. Trading very heavily again. Dude, volatility
is the
bottom
name of the
lane.
game. Top lane is the only lane where I think no one will die. I think every other lane, I don't even know if a jungler needs to get involved.
Now that you've said that, Mr.
No,
Warlock.
no, cast recurse when it's good for my region, not when it's good for HLE. They don't need any more help.
Hey, what do you mean? BB could be the one getting the kill.
That's true.
Wait, bottom line, we have both junglers.
SkewMond going in on the Kanavi. Flash out stun on the Hansama. Guma potentially in trouble. Call the pack already burned by Kanavi. He's forced to back away.
Man, good read from SkewMond there. Honestly, he matches it for the 3 camp clear, matches it on bottom side. And then to their benefit again, G2 holding strong in the beginning stages despite HLE trying to do the mid laner through bot level 1, trying to do the 3 camp gank. Good reads, good responses so far from G2.
Yep. A stable early game thus far. It is 2 minutes in, but we're a little traumatized from the last 2 games. We're just kind of ready for anyone to go down at any moment.
Sometimes you get beat so hard in the previous game, it sticks with you a little.
It does. It carries over. Normally we get to talk about it positively. Like we're coming off a game where you're so fed, you go in the next game and you overestimate, but not the case this time around. As SkewMond spots out Kanavi. Once again, tracked well. Kanavi dropping his own blue buff, it looks like, to come fight for the crab here.
Going to give the presence because his mid laner's got to go pick up that wave. He knows Zeka needs to get back to the minions. So Kanavi will go back to his jungle, give up the crab to SkewMond. And Zeka went for the Dark Seal. So he's double rings here for the LeBlanc. He wants to get that kill. Again, you got to play off the pressure here with LeBlanc. And you're going to need jungler or support as well to go do it. And then your rewards will be even bigger now. Start to stack up your Dark Seal.
Definitely.
Though, can they actually get some presence on bottom lane in order to unlock Delight?
Able to get a bit of a push here. Stun connects. Guma not quite close enough to drop an immediate trap. Not sure if he has a charge either. But bot lane has relatively evened out after the initial scramble there. G2 with a small gold lead. Navi, though, getting closer and closer.
Bot grab. Should be his for the taking. His mid laner now has to push. Oh, trading very heavily down there, though.
Aggression here. Really want to stop this wave from going in as Hansama shifts forward. Flash. Not ideal, but that's a blinking health bar on Delight. The follow-up just isn't there. But SkewMond moving down, has a flash of his own. Fakes that he's going to go in on the clone. Stepping on the trap from Labrov, not going to cost him. Call the pack might, though. Kanavi goes in, looking to land both the daggers. First blood to the side of HLE. The stun landing because he uses the clone. Delight able to lock them up, stop the follow-up, and now it's Hansama, flash forward from Guma. Doesn't quite have the range. That's such a mess for G2. So close to finding those kills, but it's Kanavi, full confidence, who finishes it off.
Yeah, the tasty cupcake in the brush, Drakos, is too much for Labrov. He walks in, they chase too far, and Kanavi says, not on my watch.
Zeus in the top lane battling BrokenBlade. BrokenBlade holding onto a gold lead, mostly because of the passive. He's just counterfeiting a bit of money up there, but now it's Zeka first on the roam. Bot lane, who were able to get that push out, deny some CS away from Hansama. And while G2 had those small gold leads, it didn't mean much, and now it's HLE who are really starting to take control in a lot of these lanes.
Love how Kanavi did it, too. You know, he goes point blank on him, as that could have been a little bit more explosive, because we did have a support roam timer, and Labrov was here. He's kind of hoping that Zeka was going to overcommit to that, but
Caps getting a bit of support. Mantra shield there.
He had used the miasma on the previous one, so didn't have it here for the chase down, but now that Delight is here as well to even the numbers.
Dropping off a couple of health packs as well, which only makes the mid lane matchup that much harder. Miasma this time around means that Zeka can't fully commit, but as you've highlighted, Zeka really aware of that miasma cooldown, not fully committing until he can kind of get that cooldown out.
Still though, I feel, you know, if you don't have the extra pressure, like Caps is doing well in CS, he's earned his CS lead here on the Cassio, and he's constantly trading, constantly pushing out. Yeah, he hasn't gotten like the dream, you know, scenario like Cream did when he played the opposite side of the matchup with his jungle and support there and actually getting the kill, but still with the early CS lead for the Cassio, and the vision is key around that mid lane, you know, constantly threatening the roam between this.
Exhaust on the Guma. Still, the magical journey just instantly takes him out. G2 hungry for blood, trying to generate a bigger advantage here. Multiple times now HLE's bottom lane has had those blinking health bars, but G2 just haven't been able to finish that kill, as there's Kanavi showing some presence. And every time it feels like it's calm. There's a fist fight starting as Zeka goes back in to trade on Caps. Oh my gosh. So much damage. Has access to the Mimic, making those trades that much easier.
Yeah. You're always wondering, how long is Caps going to hold his ultimate? It's that mind game. Going in for the trade, turning your back.
Ulti in the top lane coming in from Kanavi, though. Drops the tower aggro. Flash out coming in from Zeus. Easy kill pickup for HLE.
Kanavi, man. And we just come back to a dead Cassio. There's rocks on the ground there. That was a solo bolo, I believe. Was it? Did there?
Kobe.
We're going to have to get a replay.
We have to take a look back at mid.
He was getting low, Drakos, and we were talking about how are you going to hold the ultimate. Oh. He tries to flash away. Zeka does flash as well, and then he has plenty of time to turn his back for that ulti because the Ignite is on, and Caps is burning down.
And G2, it felt stable for the first 6 minutes, but now that kill in the bottom lane from Kanavi, full confidence to flash into Labrov's face. No room to dodge that crucial Q. Now he's ahead of the clock. Now he's able to dive top lane, drop tower aggro, just like you said. The nightmare champion to be playing against such a good diver in the form of this Naafiri, as Caps trying to hold on in the 1v1, but Zeka feeling that much more confident to go for those easy trades.
Yeah, Kanavi is just king, man. Play after play. Meanwhile, Caps getting solo killed on the opposite side of the matchup this time around is also going to add just extra insult onto that one. Zeka's able to get it. Kanavi is getting invaded by the support room, of course. They do have a Twisted Fate top as well.
BrokenBlade stepping up, gold card Call the pack used just to stop the stun going in.
How many turret plates are you losing for this? Because that Caitlyn is wailing on the tower.
And we've been here before. We've seen it, I think, in the first game of this series and the first 2 games of the top esports series. G2 clearly making moves on the map, but because they're at such a deficit, it's just costing them more than they're gaining.
Certainly is. BrokenBlade also suffering in CS with his counter pick into the Rumble. Ultimate popped. Go to bottom lane. BrokenBlade uses it to go try and collect that wave. Catch up in those numbers, but look at that. Guma sticks around on bottom side with the Twisted Fate arrival. Caitlyn lying in wait. And they're pinging assist pings down there too. They've got Bard.
Oh, here come the boys. They know no flash,
Look
no
at
exhaust.
the mini-map, bottom lane.
That's a Voltaic Cyclo Sword. They're gonna give the kill to Guma, but Kanavi's there just in case. G2 running out of space to play in their individual lanes. BrokenBlade 0-2, once again the dive top lane into the immediate follow-up punish. He had to burn sums to survive or hope to survive, but when he goes down anyway, it just makes the follow-up dive that much easier. Now the tower taken out of the equation. Kanavi, remember, incredibly fed. He's stunned, but it might not matter. Double Dark and Dagger's about to come out. A little bit more healing, but no. G2 with the tower empowering them are at least able to grab that shutdown. Crucially going to Caps as he's able to complete now the Rod of Ages.
Yeah, I mean, that was a lot sent, and even while they turned off the tower, Kanavi uses the W for the extra damage. He goes in and Caps hits him with the ulti, at least for G2. You get yourself a counter kill there.
And I think that's the most of a curse I'm going to get this game, Kobe. We were just praising him. He goes in for an aggressive dive, and Phil manages to make the most of it. 2-1-2 the score for Kanavi. Caps getting the kill back is nice, but BrokenBlade, you know, 5 seconds is all you got once you lock that gold card in, and then immediate engage comes in from Zeka. One more auto, just eats the stun and takes BrokenBlade's life.
Zeka is on one, man. He's solo killed both of your solo laners now. And
yes, he has.
BrokenBlade is kind of homeless at the moment.
That he is.
BrokenBlade couldn't handle the. Well, we got an actual fight on our screen.
Actually, Kanavi is still very squishy despite having the Voltaic Cyclo Sword. SkewMond flash in, immediate Cyclone. Good reaction coming out from Kanavi. SkewMond just can't get anything. Instead, turning back onto Gumayusi. One more stack on the Cyclone. Spinning as fast as he can towards that Caitlyn. But the berry is there, and down they go. And now Kanavi, he smells weakness. And he's quick to punish. Getting the kill on Hans as well. And Labrov is just not enough to turn. He's running for his life, using that extra bit of movement speed. And they, on top of that, they see BrokenBlade top lane. So they know they can just keep going forward, taking whatever they want from G2.
Yep, and HLE blocked the Q damage as well, so the flash forward is futile from G2. HLE are just cleaning up this series. 5,000 gold the lead now. It's insane. As we were saying, BrokenBlade got run out of top lane, then died bottom lane, then died mid lane, now back to top lane. Well, he's already in a deficit versus Zeus.
And they want to keep this world tour going. Wherever he goes, they're going to kill him. They know how vulnerable this TF is. He's so far behind. Gold card is his only defensive tool. The second it's gone, they pounce. For the rest of G2 this time, at least here to cover.
Yeah, he has to flash.
And now for the next 5 minutes, he's once again vulnerable. Zeka just keeps walking in. Waits to see him lock a card. BrokenBlade forced to recall. Remember, Guma has a 2,000 individual gold lead, a completed item, and an extra BF sword on top
Zeus
of
wants the
boost
Ezreal
2.
kill. Look at him. He's going down for the Ezreal kill bot lane.
Zeus going for the 1v1, looking to burn down Hansama. Electro Prince hitting, overheat coming in. Hansama forced to flash away. It's a split fight, though. Zeus quick to finish on Hansama as we turn our attention to the top side. Delight finds the disengage. BrokenBlade finally gets here. Kanavi, not sure if he has the call of the pack. Taking his time on the double daggers, and BrokenBlade just getting deleted. Ulti in, not enough time to lock a gold card. Kanavi gets the reset. He'll get a shield when he ults again. SkewMond hoping to get one back. Healing coming from the Dark and Daggers. They finally take down Kanavi, but it looks like it's costing him everything because Guma's the fed one, and he's raining hell down onto Caps. Triple kill for Gumayusi.
Look at that. The golf clap. Yep. Well done. Clean it up, boys. They are also pushing top. They are also pushing bottom. HLE owns Summoner's Rift.
That they do. It starts well. They get the initial call of the pack cooldown, but they just They're too far behind. This play just fizzles in front of them.
Yeah, Delight peels out, and then even when BrokenBlade arrives, look at these traps in the brush. He goes back in. That is a headshot, all right. And Kanavi goes in to finish the job. Labrov then also the recipient of a headshot. And Guma is able to gun him down. Caps as well. He does get the magical journey to help for this one too. Delight sets him up. One more auto. Get the extra.
And there is Fed. There is Monster Fed. And there is whatever the hell you want to call Gumayusi on Caitlyn right now.
Well, he doesn't have his Infinity Edge completed yet. But Hansama doesn't have anything completed yet.
Yes. Yes.
He's got the IKEA special here, just parts. Oh, there we go.
I got it.
He got the instructions, put it together, Trinity Force done.
You know, that's kind of like having 3 items, if you think about it. You want to put some fake silver lining on those clouds as mid lane tower going to fall. And Hansama does do damage. You can see the Mystic shots are connecting, but finishing a kill is just a different story. And credit to HLE, right? Oh, hold that thought. Delight caught out. They're going to try to one-shot this Bard. Lockup is there. Miasma as well. Nice shutdown to kick things off, but Kanavi instantly turns back. Looking to pick up Hansama as well. Call the pack. Not going to be necessary. Eviscerate to get him over the wall. Sidestep on the True Shot barrage as Gumayusi just 1v1ing the Wukong. Zeka goes in to kill him. G2 just have no space. They're getting danced around.
Find 1 square inch of Summoner's Rift that is safe for G2.
I can't. And
Challenge.
For the love of God, G2, hold on for 2 minutes, please. The meme cannot get worse than it was that 1 year.
Yeah, I mean, we're already 15 minutes, 24 seconds.
We have to make it 1 minute and 20 seconds, and then everything is fine.
16:47, you're telling me?
Don't say it out loud, Kobe. Don't wish that. Don't put that juju on me, man.
So I will say, I feel it is so much harder to end games with turret plates, though. The towers are really hard to one-shot now.
It's true. It's
so
probably
I think you're probably okay.
It's fine.
The balance team has you.
As they do. The balance team cannot nerf Zeus as much as they have nerfed Rumble. Go in, gold card. Zeus overheating in BrokenBlade's face. Might still be able to grab a kill. Just barely surviving. Nice pick for G2. What will it cost them on the other side of the map? HLE descending on mid lane. Kanavi, ulti not there yet. But he's got a Rift Herald in his back pocket, and more than happy to use it to break down that mid lane tier 2. Flash out from Labrov. SkewMond retreating. True Shot barrage hits the camp, but tower finally going to fall, and BrokenBlade still hasn't had a chance to recall.
And production brings up the gold graph to show you how this huge kill onto Zeus cuts the gold lead down to 9,000.
Yeah. You also notice from that this is the most dominant game, I think, in the series thus far, which I didn't think was possible after how dominant game 2 was, but here we are, HLE. There is a reason they are amongst the tournament favorites. And while optimism for G2 was there to be the team that could contest, that could fight their way in the top 4, today is clearly not their day. It's the upper bracket. They're not eliminated if they lose here, but definitely going to be sent back to the drawing board, and we'll need to find a massive level up or a new strategy to support them in the next series, because HLE are playing comfort, they're playing old greatest hits, they're playing whatever they want, and they're looking just as good no matter what the options have been.
Hey, look at that first 5 minutes, though.
Yeah, why didn't we run the graphic then, production? How about, give me a little, oh my gosh, he's almost dead. Hansama, this is the nightmare of LeBlanc. She gets ahead, she breaks your mid tower, and suddenly she is a poke mage. And if she doesn't W back, she's an assassin, and that's really the only distinction.
Yeah, the thing is, they actually do have a point-and-click gold card, but it's not easy to time, right? So technically, it's point-and-click, but first you have to pick the card, you
gotta lock it in.
Go through some steps, and also the one holding it is very poor and not able to purchase a rapid-fire cannon.
That he is. He is trying to find a home in the top lane, but when Zeus is done farming the Krugs, just getting every little advantage he can, he may try to shut down BrokenBlade, but he's just gonna opt to recall. No need to overextend. HLE with this kind of advantage, you don't really need to force. Just
but you can because it's fun.
But you can because it's fun, and they might, because that's a 7-stack Magi's on Zeka. It's fun. Hey! Brother of Delight, not enough to save Labrov. However, he will still die, and now the resets are coming in. Naka from the Cyclone, and the clone is nice from SkewMond, but it might not matter. Red carpet laid down for BrokenBlade, looking to send him back to the fountain, and Caps cannot get the snake body in front of that bullet in time. Hoping to take down Kanavi, but stepping into 3 members of HLE who flash on him. Instant Mikhails to stop the CC from coming through. Hansama now retreating, and they're just getting run down. G2 zoned away, forced back. That's before Guma even started auto attacking. You can see a third of Hansama's HP just disappears in the blink of an eye.
Again, though, those towers, they make them sturdy now, okay? So it takes quite a while to end games nowadays. You're going to make it to 20 minutes, buddy.
Is that a blessing or a curse, Kobe? That's the question. 13 stacks now for Zeka. I think he wants to max out here. Kanavi can go untargetable. Waiting. He's just outranging.
He gets to live. He autoed a Scryer's Bloom while he was running.
That was terrible, but given how hard of a day it has been, I'm not going to die on that hill. You know what?
Good.
He gets that one.
All good. So, it's times like these where you say, hey, let's set a goal on killing a single individual. Ideally, you know, you'd love to kill Guma to get the giant bounty. Well, never mind, we're under
Caps
attack.
is the goal. Caps is the individual for HLE. Lockup is there, he's about to fall. Labrov getting lower and lower. BrokenBlade is finally here, but it's a red card. He's hoping we can play football rules. He can get him kicked off the rift, but he absolutely cannot. They've exhausted Kanavi. Labrov just barely able to kind of step up and tank that one. The Caitlyn damage is continuing to get higher and higher.
Yeah, the Guma autos on BrokenBlade were brutal there.
I'm just saying we swapped the football rules. He hit you with the red card. Please leave the rift. We're swapping now.
Genius.
Please leave. We've swapped the refs. Please tell him.
Hey,
okay.
Fight victory though. Every comeback starts with a single step.
Kobe.
And it could be the red buff steal or secure. It's because it was on your side and it was technically supposed to be yours.
Kobe,
please.
And guys, let's be clear here. I'm an EU rep. I love this G2 team, but you just can't dance around this. There is no storyline. There is nothing we can say that will make this any less one-sided. Nice engage coming in for HLE. Bit of a stop juke coming out. No, they just already killed him. It wasn't a stop juke. That's my bad.
I like it. Yeah, it's because the camera panned down, right?
Yep. I was like, ooh, he got him. He got him with the stop juke. No, he's just already dead. Oh my gosh, Gumayusi.
So, how far, I mean, okay, you already talked about HLE and BLG are the big 2 tournament favorites. HLE, they're currently still undefeated at the tournament, and they have just steamrolled over this tournament thus far. Of course, we'll definitely have to wait and see how it progresses, but Baron's going to go down as is.
Another trap about to go down. Chain CC. Mikhail's there. Caps running. Zeka chasing. Distortion in. A little bit more damage as Caps does what he can to fire back. The gold lead continues to grow. Red Bull Baron power play. Already big and only going to get bigger. 13,000 gold advantage.
Also remember, this is not an elimination series.
Yes.
So I do want to go back to earlier in the tournament because there was discussion online when Team Liquid got smashed by T1. And Team Liquid released a video, during the game where Spawn was talking to his team after game 2, and he was trying to keep their mental stable and their trust in their teammates. Sometimes Western teams are going to get smashed by an LCK team, especially, one as good as this. And it is important for the length of a tournament to continue to trust your team and not let it break you, okay?
100%.
This is not an elimination series. You still have tournament left to play. Although, you probably don't have much of this series left to play.
No, probably not. Ulti onto Hansama starting to walk away. Ace in the hole, body blocked by SkewMond. BrokenBlade has a gold card this time. Yellow, hoping to take him out of this particular play. Oh, the Coinbase gold grind. Yes, thank you. Wanted to review. Shout out to Coinbase, obviously. Much love to our sponsors, but poorly timed. We know we're getting just completely, absolutely Goomba stomped. Capsized up the ulti. Q flash in goes in from Delight. SkewMond's going to spin amongst 3 people, but he's just serving himself up on a silver platter.
Round up into gold.
Yep, and it is. HLE continuing their dominance. Not going to risk anything on this closeout. They want to stay in this game as Kanavi's going to survive that true shot barrage. There's insult, there's injury, and there's the addition of whatever the heck this is BrokenBlade is also going in.
Oh, Zeus goes
through. Oh.
Too good. They roast him up. Now they're going to go for more. Okay, not done.
Zeka still living, goes back, shut down on a LeBlanc. That's the one kill.
Another huge kill for G2 to cut the lead down to 14,000.
That's my region. That's my region. Anyway, Kobe, I want to go back to your point because I think it is a valid one, and I don't want to make too light of this, but there's not, I also don't want to treat this as the most serious thing because G2, they're pretty donezo. I think we've seen before, teams when they lose a series, the tournament is over for them. They might play more games, but you never get to see that team in that peak form again. Some people will argue that that's what happened to top esports. And I hope for the sake of G2 that this is not the end of their tournament. This is not the end of them playing at their best level, even if we don't get to see that best level here, because obviously they're down 14,000 gold. The tower's taken out of the equation. HLE caused behind it out. Zeus on a rampage. Caps hoping to get another kill. Gumayusi running. BrokenBlade with a gold card. Can we get one more kill?
Oh my God! My God!
HLE
That is not a
undefeated
peacemaker.
in the first series. It's not a peacemaker. That's a kill maker right there. That is a surface-to-air missile strapped to Gumayusi's hands. He has taken people out. Okay, Hanzama gets one back. A little bit of panacea for the pain that HLE have caused. HLE remain undefeated, waiting to see if it'll be BLG or Lion facing them at the top of the table.
Who will be the first to take a single game off of HLE? Not G2.